bit of a departure for you today. It's the 26th of May. Now, I'll normally come on and I'll talk about politics, one of my favourite topics in all honesty. But an important topic for us all, because those who don't get involved in the political world tend to end up ruled by the kind of people that very possibly we didn't want. Right, leaving that and going on to what I want to talk about. I don't know if any of you were around a long time ago when Christian churches were just kind of beginning to get into what was called Christian music in the very broadest sense of the word. I recall in those days it was all sort of rather sort of guitar-y and strumming and all sort of sweet and quite innocent and a little bit homegrown. Yep. In those days, I guess I was into prog rock, Barclay James Harvest, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and all that kind of stuff, but not particularly into this rather sort of tinkly organ-sounding Christian music. Now, I make this video from the perspective, as you will probably know, as somebody who considers themselves, who actually believes themselves to be a Christian, and believes that they want to live a Christian life and act in a Christian way, but not as somebody who is a regular church attender of any denomination. But I just want to spend a couple of minutes, or just over, remembering a Christian music sort of legend who fell from grace. His name, for those of you old enough to even remember this, but Google it if you want, was Larry Norman. Now, Larry Norman became famous for the song I Wish We'd All Been Ready. A bit of an end times song, talking about the book of Revelation and how he wished we'd all given our lives to Jesus Christ and we could all be, well, the current term is raptured. We could be taken up into heaven before the missiles fell and Armageddon began and we were all running around shouting, to quote Spike Milligan, "Armageddon out of here." But Larry's fall from grace kind of taught me something in a way. And I want to share with you, all those years later, Larry is long dead, how I guess it humbled me and just kind of did something for my sense of humanity. Now, I don't know the truth of this or whatever, but research it, and it is said that Larry had a son whom he never even acknowledged. It is said that he had various sexual affairs and relationships with members of the Larry Norman kind of hanger-on, follower, groupie band, which is kind of, I suppose, what all rock stars do, really. And at 18 or 19 years old, boy, I think even I imagined that then. You know, frankly, what 18 or 19-year-old wouldn't? But I came to eventually end up watching Larry on a video shortly before he died. He eventually died of some kind of terminal cancer. And there's this video of Larry laying in his hospital bed. He's lost all his hair. He's really thin. His face is gaunt and drawn. His eyes are kind of like hollow sockets. And they're talking to him not so much about his fall from grace, but they're kind of asking him, in the whole of your life then, Larry, what do you still kind of value? What do you think really still matters? What would be your kind of message for somebody who's facing their end, their finality, their mortal death. And bless him, Larry still said, I would wish them to know Christ. That humbled me. Not because I'm going to go all religious on you and say that I'm suddenly going to try and convert you and, suddenly you've got to go out and give yourself to Jesus and all that lot. Not for that reason. Not at all. Frankly, exactly how the end happens, I honestly don't know. I got pretty close to it myself, but I'm not making any predictions because as far as the death process goes, I'm fully agnostic. But it humbled me that after all Larry had been through, if you like, after the wrong he'd done, as well as the good he'd done, he believed there was hope for him. And I guess I believe that too. Bless you, Larry. This was really just to remember you. Wherever you may be, mate, I too wish we'd all been ready.